in chapter 10. Chapter 10 on page 124, paragraph 2 on page 124. I really love this one. Doreen says, if you want to create life-changing, memorable art, then you have to be life-changing and memorable yourself. Shy wallflower artists rarely get noticed or remembered. In business settings, you're respected and taken seriously when you conform to societal dress codes and behavioral expectations. In artistic circles, business attire is considered boring and unoriginal. Now, I really find that something so important to bear in mind, because as a writer myself and somebody who's trying to get into the writing field, the creative field, this new field, I'm a very shy person and I'm an introvert. So when Doreen says here that shy wallflower artists rarely get noticed, this really stood out to me, and it's really encouraging me to really put myself a little bit more out there as regarding my work and showcasing who I am. Okay, so page 125 on paragraph 2 in that one, Doreen also says, as we discussed in chapter 2, being an original thinker, emotionally sensitive, neurotic and eccentric are positively correlated with successful creative careers. This means that when you can't play it safe with your projects, you can't water down your original idea to make it conform with normal. You've got to take risks with your creative projects, pushing the envelopes of what's been presented before. Even so, this intention can't be forced or faked in an attempt to shock audiences into noticing your work. Your creativity still must reflect your genuine emotions and thoughts, which means you're going to put your vulnerable, naked, and real feelings on display. All creativity is an autobiographical representative of the artist. Will you be criticized? Yes. Will it hurt? Probably, especially if you equate approval with being worthy and lovable person. Cruel comments still hurt me on the days when I'm tired and feeling vulnerable. But I use these feelings as muses to connect with others who suffer the slings and arrows of bullying. Every feeling can be used for blessings in your creativity. Now, what I enjoyed most about these paragraphs in particular in this book of The Courage to be Creative by Doreen Virtue, I found them to be very poignant because I found these comments to be very down to earth. Doreen really puts across the emphasis of not being shy, or if we are to kind of force creatives who are shy or introverted to really step up, and if we believe in the products that we are trying to create, if we believe in our projects, then we really have to put ourselves out there to try to get other people to take note of what we have to offer, our project, our work, our whatever. And I found that very, very encouraging. Even doing this video myself, starting to do videos as well, although the quality isn't that great because I'm just really trying to figure how to edit and how to properly format my videos so that the quality is good. But as a freelance writer, aspiring to really make a creative career from this, I would like to be able to showcase myself a lot more and speak up about various topics. So, and the articles that I would like to also write as well. So, when it comes to writing an article, I know that you've got to be kind of confident with what you've got to say in the article for your clients or your readers. Otherwise, they won't read what you've got to say. So, even creating this video about The Courage to Be Creative by Doreen Virtue, this is something stepping out of my comfort zone and making me have to force my voice to really make this review. I mean, I'm a reader, but I'm a cheat reader, so I don't read chronologically or in numerical order. I tend to read books in a way that I look at the chapters first, the chapter titles first, and I'll find what's interesting to me at that time, and then I will read the person's book. So Doreen really had my attention because I've already actually read the first half of the book. But today, in this moment, I've just finished reading chapter 10, and I really thought that those paragraphs in chapter 10 really stood out to me. I love how she mentioned that wearing a suit in a creative field is quite laughable. Basically, it's laughable because if you're going to be creative, you've got to be eccentric, you've got to be able to think outside the box, you've got to be able to really just be just creative, colourful. And also a part of chapter 10, she then compares colourful, loud clothes to a business job, you know, and how that would kind of not resonate well with those in the business field. And she also encourages us as to what we can wear, and she suggests what we can wear to creative events, so that we can better fit into the creative field, and we can avoid being ostracized. But also, she also gives tips about how we can still dress colourful for the business world, but also we can kind of accessorize. So instead of just having a sea of different colours, Doreen says, how about a pop of colour with maybe an accessories? I mean, something memorable. So Doreen said something about herself which I thought was so true. She said in chapter 10 that she wears headbands to make herself memorable and noticeable, and she also has her oversized cross necklace, and these are the things that we can also use to help us to stand out, but at the same time be balanced in the environment that we are in. And I thought these tips were very, very good in this book. I haven't yet completed reading the book yet, but so far Doreen Virtue really has my mark. She really has my my vote. I really think that she's so down to earth. You can feel and say